Hi there, I'm so glad you are here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa Lemon, and I just noticed out my window that the sun is coming up here in Utah, and the sun coming up. I'm just going to share this really quickly. When I was trying to choose a name for my energy healing business, I was sitting in my living room one day, and the sun started to come up. I was sitting there kind of at sunrise time, and I just noticed that being present for the sunrise just super increased my vibrations, and I was like, wow, needs to be something with sunrise. And so I noticed that the sun is starting to come up outside, and I just got giddy. So fun fact, watching the sunrise will raise your energies. Being present for the sunrise, being able to see it and feel its energy while you're awake and conscious really raises your vibrations. So fun fact, and maybe get to the sunrise sometime soon, so if you haven't for a while. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about crazy making. So I had to look at my notes for a second. What is crazy making? Well, crazy making is when something is off, but maybe there are indicators around you, not indicators. Let's say there are indicators that something is off, but people around you are telling you that there's not something off. So, have you ever heard somebody say, like, been not okay, and somebody's just like, you're fine, you'll be okay. I actually noticed this a long time ago. I had an experience where I was riding the public transportation. I was riding the bus, and I witnessed this interaction between some parents and their young child. And their young child had, I think, left their stuffed animal at like a bus stop or something, and this child was inconsolable, just wailing. I mean, think about it from a child's perspective. This child had just lost their best friend, and the parents were so mean. And we all make mistakes as parents, and so this isn't to make anybody feel bad, but the parents were so stop crying, get over it, we can't go back for it, statements like that, and it was pretty harsh. And so I was in school at the time, attending the University of Utah in the psychology department, and so I was very mindful of things like this and very observant of people's behavior because I was learning about this at the time. And I was like, that's interesting. Every time the parents kind of harp against this child's cries, the cries got louder, and they just would get louder and more intense, and they did not calm down at all. And a lot of parents at this point might go to bribes and stuff, and that might calm a child down, but what's happened there is the emotions have been shoved down and not dealt with and not validated, and so healing has not taken place. Bribery has occurred. So if I could change some hearts and some minds today about this, that would be great. And I do think it's okay to teach children to be strong and resilient, but I think we need to recognize when our child is not okay, or when people around us are not okay, and be very careful not to make things worse, and especially to not make people feel crazy. So crazy making is a psychological condition. I'm gonna psychobabble for a minute, so I apologize for that. And it is where your body is telling you one thing and an outside source is telling you something else. And this is so damaging. So just to list a few of the things that this damages energetically: it damages the mind, it damages the connections between like the brain and the heart, it damages our connections between our higher power. It really can wreak havoc on a person to have an outside source telling them they're not okay. I mean, to tell them they are okay, or to get over it when they're not okay and their body is telling them that something is off. And so the purpose of this video is I just want to tell people you are not crazy. I remember one time I was talking with one of my therapists, and this came up, and she's like, do you feel crazy? And I was like, yes. And she was like, then I know you're not, because That would never, like a truly crazy person, that would never even cross their mind. They would never like think that they were crazy. And that was an interesting concept and validating. But I think like my point is just that we need to become aware of our thoughts, of our words, of our actions. We need to stop and look and listen. We need to see, we need to really look at people, observe like what indicators are there that they're not okay? Are they crying? Are they upset? Do they look downtrodden? What is their physical appearance? And we need to listen. What words are they saying? If they have those appearances and those sounds of not being okay, they're not okay. And it's not our place to say, oh, you'll be fine, get over it. Telling people to get over things is, well, I'm just gonna use this word. It's damning, and the word, if you look up the word damn or damnation, it just means like it halts progress, and it does. It stops people in their tracks. They're trying to get help. They want to feel better. People don't want to feel crappy. None of us want to feel crappy, and we want to feel better. And sometimes somebody will say something, and it's like, oh, and our progress, our trying to seek help, our trying to feel better is just halted. And so those words that we use sometimes, just get over it, are damning words, meaning they halt the progress. They have the potential to halt the progress in somebody else. Of course, we don't have to listen to other people's, get over it. We can just be like, psh. In fact, if anybody ever tells you that, just be like, psh. Maybe that's not a safe person to talk to right now about some things. So, crazy making is very distressing. I feel like I could go on and on in a video about the damage that crazy making causes in an individual in their energy field. Arc line comes up. The shattering of the energy field comes up, or it could affect the aura. It could affect so many parts and pieces inside of our energy and inside of our spirit. And of course, when those start to break down, then we're going to have physical symptoms. And so there's just like no end to the harm that crazy making can cause. And so you are not crazy. Please do not participate in making other people feel crazy. Choose to look and to listen and to really see and hear people, and try to become more attuned to their experiences and more compassionate. And I think that's something that we can do to really help shift this world out of this anxious state and get it into a better, more joyful, more light and love-filled state. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.